Mesechtes Horayos, the steps to be taken when the people followed a hara where Bezdin was mistaken. Yachid she'asa shoigig al pihen, b'pnei she'tala b'Bezdin, from a carbon we will free him. Although generally one brings a chatos, achatosoi asher chata, hatoyle ba'atzmai chayiv, hatoyle b'Bezdin potter. An erroneous psak led one thing to another. If Rav Tzibur were over, this calls for a par helm dava. Talmud v'roila hara includes a gomer v'le savir. Toila b'das atzmai includes also a savir v'le gomer. Can Bezdin combine with the Tzibur to create a Rav situation? Can Rav Shvatim bring a par, although they are not a Rav of the nation? Must be Rubai Shakal. What if Merubim v'nismatu? What if the Tzibur grew larger? Muatim v'nisrabu? Ozil Basa Yediyah? Or is it Basa the Chait? Tzibur Maisi. Tzibur Maisi. I Bezdin Maisi. Up for debate. The error must be Levatel Mixas. Ulakayim Mixas. V'nelam Davar. V'asa Achas. Mikola Mitzvahs. If Bezdin's mistake was so great, it's clearly in the psukim. They would be potter if it would be admitted to by the tzedukim. Hayru shaykigim v'asu shaykigim requires a par, we are taught. Mezidim v'asu shaykigim, a kisva or seira is brought. Who brings their carbon? Is it Bezdin who gave it? Or does the tzibur maybe in par? Kol shevet v'shevet. If only some shvatim followed and did the avera, do the others bring a carbon too? We call that greater. What if after a hira, one took action, but Bezdin had realized and issued a retraction? Hayras kayin hamashiach la'atzmai, kairas Bezdin l'tzibur. Hayra va'asu amatzibur, mischaper loy imatzibur. Mashiach ketzibur, should he succumb? Imakoyin Mashiach yachta la'ashma sa'am. Nasi maybe b'shigas maisa, beloy helam dava. Mashiach ein maybe asham talui, mishachatasai b'shigasai shava. A helam davar im shigas maisa, for it to be viable. B'davar shezdoine chorus, v'shigasai chatos, for a Bezdin to make him liable. Bezdin Mashiach and Avodah Zarah, we learn from one another. From Aliyah, Omeine, we learned the Gzera Shava, no Parahelm Davar for Tumas Mikdash, if the Avera wasn't Yedua, since in such situations there is no Chatos Kavua, where a Yachid would bring a Kifsa or Seira, both female. A Nasi brings a Sa'ir, a he, a male. So Doine Koras, Vishigas and Chatos is again the measuring bar. A Mashiach or Bezdin would be Chayiv, a par. Everyone brings a Seira for the Shaygig of an idol, except for Bezdin in such a case. A par V'Sa'ir is vital. Only a Yachid, a Nasi brings Nashim Tali to be Megan on Yisurim. A Yachid, Nasi or Mashiach brings a regular Asham, Ubezdin Peturim. Koin Mashiach Shechata Va'achakach Avar Mimshuchasai Nasi Shechata Va'achakach Avar Migdulasai. When he took action, he had no idea. Do we go Basar Maisar or Basa the Yediyah? A Navi is maybe, a Nasi is maybe Beshigas Maisa, Vein maybe Chatasai Misha Avar. A Meshuach is a maybe Beshigas Maisa, Ella Alham Davar. Although Mashiach She'avar can bring his Chatos in full, the Nasi who is Avar will not bring a bull. The generation whose leader sins is not Fardarbin. Ashrei Hadar Shanasi Sheshagak Shaloi. Maybe carbon gedoyla aveir lishma mi mitzvah shaloi lishma Torah mitzvah shaloi lishma Ba'alishma. Me'ama Aretz includes a sinner of what type of avoin? Mumar lahachis, mumar l'tiyavoin. Eideraisa, eiderabanon. How severe is the sin? Ha'over alavayis kachavim, eitzeduki, amen. Hashev midi asoi, maybe carbon ashikagasoi, loishav midi asoi, any maybe carbon achatasoi, ezehu hamashiach, the one who is anointed, meruba begodim, with extra garments, is appointed. Ein bein meshuach meruba begodim, only a par helam davar, par yom kippurim, par yom kippur and asiris ha'efa, separate a kohen mishamish from a kohen sha'avar, both a muzar and a basula and almana, and can't be metama for the deceased. Upon the death of either, the Reitzeach and the Ari Miklot is released. Kol ha'tadir mechaveroi has kedima over the other. Kol ha'mekudish mechaveroi gets priority over another. Par kohen HaMashiach yakdim ha'mechaper perceives the para eda, the carbon hamaschaper. Milvad oilas haboiker, the tamid is always the original. A chatos before an oila, a carbon tzibur over the individual. Ha'ish koidem le'isha, for specific activities. Ha'isha koidemes l'ksus, and to redeem from captivity. A chacham over a melech, melech koidem l'koyin gadol, mishuach koidem l'meruba. Their differences are so subtle. And avar eskan, ahead of the gizbar, roish beis av, and a koyin hedyet are preceded by the roish mishmar, a levi before Yisrael, but a koyin will lead. A ger nosin and mamzer before an eved that is freed. Mamzer talmud chacham yikara hi bipnimim koidem l'koyin gadol ama aretz shenichnas ufnai ulufnim. Chamisha dvarim mashkichim esa talmud esa limud will cause one to forget. Haragel bezesim vareches raglov zu agabe zu as a set. Soft eggs without salt, if that is what you are yearning. Shemen zayis yainim of samim, all to remember your learning. Asar dvarim koshim lelimud ha'over ben shtei noshim, passing through two camels. Ve'isha ha'veres ben shnei anoshim, ha'oichel pas not fully baked. This list really amazes. Ha'oichel buster from the mixing spoon, or upon a mace he gazes. Kishanasi nichnas, all stood until instructed. And Bezdin echacham, how their entrances were conducted. Is Sinai adif or Oikaharim? Bring me a raya. Sinai adif hakol tzrichim lemorichitaya. Hadron lach masechtes Horayos v'hadrech alon. Loi nisashi minach masechtes Horayos v'loi sisashi minon. On a small but difficult masechta, a siyum we are making. Horayos teaches us what to do when Bezdin was mistaken.